Oh
I
hi.
noted how there were many other
It's
graves of various
been
sizes alongside it. It was here
11
he broke the
days.
silence, directing his
Well,
accusatory questions toward our
yesterday I
guide.
just got into
You
the
monsters
city
surely have the ability to stop
and
sickness. Can they not cure the humans
I
from their ailments?
claim a
Of
base
course, but we
here.
choose not to intervene with the
And
ecosystem unless there
I
is no other
made
option.
some
We
people,
believe in letting nature take its course.
aka
I
robots.
see. Gabriel
Humanoid
answered without any further
robots.
comment. It seemed we had remained in the same spot for
Lose
too long, because the
human
villagers
gun.
eventually noticed our presence. Some of the young men reacted with anger, grabbing hold of their bows and firing arrows up at our
Yes,
pod.
they
Most
can
missed or
sleep
fell
if
short,
they want
and the few
to,
arrows that did reach us bounced
but
harmlessly
they
off
don't
the pod's
have
exterior.
to.
All while
They
the
can
asteroid
stay
laughed
up all
in open
night,
mockery.
like
The guide
me.
stated, as our
I don't
vessel
have to
ascended and flew to the
sleep,
south.
only if I
Time
want
to move
to.
on. Soon we were hovering over a sandy beach at the island's edge,
Her
watching as a
brand.
hollowed-out canoe returned, and the people on board unloaded a small number of
So
fish
yeah,
from their own
yesterday I
nets.
just got here.
I guess the fishing was another source of food for the imprisoned community, who were barely surviving as hunter-gatherers.
Well,
All proceeded.
cool is it? Let's show you around my new cribio. Oh, die. This is my bedroom, yo. And yeah, I got bulletproof armor. Spare bedroom. On another spare, like my guards, like their beds, if they only sleep. This is where they sleep. And then this is the actual spare room. Fuck. Then the lounge room area. This is the computer, walkie-talkie, and the connector. This is, yeah, you know, the connector, Wi-Fi router, and the TV and the computer. Then my office, the kitchen, closet, and a chair area. So yeah, let's go upstairs now and cheer up Cleo for the day. Let's sit down. Press play again, yo.
Without incident, until a couple of youngsters emerged from
Another
beyond the tree
one.
line and sprinted across the hot sands to the now unattended canoe. The two were just kids, a boy and a girl in their teens. They seemed to have a pre-prepared plan to steal the small boat, as in an instant they were on board and cast off into the calm blue waters. I saw an older fisherman on the shore shouting desperately at the pair, telling them to turn around and come back home. But they didn't listen, instead rowing faster as they left the island behind.
The village elders warned their young to never sail past the designated boundary, but alas, human children are ill-disciplined and stubborn. In this situation, we must intervene, but the scenario presents an exciting opportunity.
I felt a chill creep up my spine when I heard these words. I didn't know what was coming next, but I reckoned it couldn't be good news for the young couple attempting to escape their cage. Out of nowhere, a rogue wave emerged from the previously calm waters, an event that was surely triggered by the Kalmar's hidden security systems. The small canoe didn't stand a chance against the powerful wave, and the boat was overturned, throwing both teenagers into the sea. But this was only the start of it. Suddenly, and without warning, our pod dropped from the sky and plummeted underneath the waves. And then we were submerged in water, sealed inside as we looked out into the clear waters, watching the two teenagers kicking wildly as they struggled to stay afloat. And then I heard the excited clicks from the Astrid group as the sadistic aliens pointed at the beast emerging from the depths. My heart almost stopped as I watched the giant
Yeah,
fish
I
swim
wish to
upwards,
be a
their
military.
huge mouths opening to
As
reveal
you
rows
can
of razor-sharp
tell
teeth and their dark eyes
from
filled
my
with a raw
military
hunger.
parents.
Mako, great white and tiger sharks.
But unfortunately,
Alpha
everyone
riders of the
I
Earth's
know
oceans.
died in
Now
that
we will get to see
mission,
these magnificent hunters in
besides
action.
me.
I was frozen
I'm
in
the
horror
only
whilst
one
watching
who
the
made
trio
it
of
out.
sharks rapidly ascend.
Because I'm
It was
immortal,
obvious who their target
and
was,
I'm a
but I was
demigod.
powerless to intervene. The great white shark tore into the boy first, biting his legs and almost severing them at the knees. The kid screamed as his warm blood filled the water, and the feeding frenzy began in earnest.
Have
The
no
girl tried to
bond.
kick out to help her boyfriend, but he was soon pulled under the surface, and a moment later, she was bitten through the torso by the tiger shark, nearly torn in two as her eyes filled with shock and pain. Meanwhile, the Mako fought with the larger great white over the boy's limp body, ripping one of his arms off while the kid continued his futile struggle. Before long, the scene descended into bloody chaos. The sharks feasting greedily on the human flesh with a primal savagery, which reminded me that, in this place at
Pause
least,
it.
humans weren't on top.
See you in the morning. Well, another day. Press play.
The food chain.
A bunch of
I keeled
days.
over, retching as I felt like I was going to be sick. I glanced up at Gabriel and saw a terrible sadness in his now expression-filled eyes. But the Astrid's reaction was the polar opposite, as the twisted reptilian family snorted and clicked their claws with excitement as they celebrated the bloodbath we just witnessed. Thankfully, the hellish show ended soon after, as our pod returned to the surface and left the nightmarish exhibit behind. To his credit, Gabriel retained his professional demeanor as he thanked the Kalmar guide for the tour, and was even cordial to the vicious admiral and his family. But I could tell how angry my Mallet companion truly was, as clearly this entire visit had been designed to humiliate him. As for my own feelings, well, we soon returned to our ship and left the dark moon behind us, but I knew I would not forget the horrors I'd witnessed inside that hellish alien zoo. I was unable to sleep that night, lying awake on my back and staring at the dark ceiling as the awful images of the feeding frenzy remained trapped in my brain. I suppose it was just as well I couldn't sleep, because this probably saved my